Hoş geldiniz everyone. Welcome beautiful people. We made our way all the way to Kusadasi and today we are going to explore this beautiful seaside town together with you. So let's do this.
Now Kusadasi directly translates to Bird Island, and right now we are on Pigeon Island, which is called that because apparently from out at sea it looks like a bird's head. And look at all these pigeon houses. Very cool and interesting, and this is kind of encapsulated obviously on an island in a castle, in castle walls. Incredibly beautiful surrounding scenery everywhere you look. And apparently the old town of Kusadasi is here in the walls of this incredible castle as well. There's Naomi. Let's go and check this place out, see what Kusadasi has to offer. Have a look here at the wall itself. Incredibly beautifully done and preserved very well as well. And then look at this view. Absolutely out of this world. The water, you can actually genuinely, I don't know if it's going to carry across well on the camera, but you can see the bottom of that water very clearly in person. And you have a beautiful panoramic view all around here. Man, I just want to spend all day here.
Me too. Some researchers claim that the old town itself was from around the 1600s and the castle walls were added to the old town around 1826, if I recall properly. And this entire island is just so magnificent. Everything is super bright. Wait, I turn you guys around. As you see, everything is super bright. You have a lot of agave plants and aloe vera plants, and it's just so stunning out here. Now the entry to this spectacular castle is for free. I read somewhere that there might be a museum, so I'm not sure if you have to pay an entry for the museum itself, but just to get onto the premises it's completely for free. And check out the view that we have at the moment. Wow.
Absolutely stunning, and to think that you can just stroll onto this island whenever you want. Let's just say you're staying in a holiday apartment here and you can just come out in the mornings onto this island and have a cup of coffee with this type of a view. That is priceless.
You can really imagine when you look out to the sea here, like what it must have been like a few hundred years ago. Can you imagine standing here and then seeing ships of other nations approaching this territory, trying to take it over or something like that? I for sure can imagine that.
The natural beauty and architecture on that island was truly one of a kind, and the fact that it was entirely for free as well, it's just fantastic. And it is a great way to start off this video of exploring around Kusadasi. And guys, this is genuinely our very first impressions today. We just literally arrived here yesterday and saw nothing so far. So everything that we are reacting to today is genuine. And to be honest, it's really blowing us away already. This is just the first thing that we've done in this town so far. Out here in front of Pigeon Island, there's obviously plenty of opportunities for you to take daily boat trips. And I'm sure they go to many different destinations all around this area. And some of them are pretty affordable. We saw a 1 hour daily boat tour that you can do that is just 40 lira, which is incredibly affordable if you feel like going out on a boat for an hour. There's also plenty of other ones that are 2, 3, 4, 5 hour boat trips, and they obviously will cost you a little bit more, and some of them have food involved, drinks involved, etc. But yeah, if you are looking for a boat trip, there's plenty of stuff available, and just come towards Pigeon Island and you literally have this entire stretch that we're walking on full of different options for you to explore.
I don't know if you can tell, you probably can, but we just got a lot of cloud coverage moving in here. Today was supposed to be nice initially, but it kind of looks like there might be a storm coming in. So in case we're gonna cut the video and maybe film it over 2 days, don't be irritated. It's gonna be okay, but I'm sure we can keep going unless it starts lashing rain, which I don't think will happen, to be honest.
Here at the port of Kusadasi, there's plenty and plenty going on. There's so many retail stores where you can come, maybe buy yourself a bag. There's a couple of fast food chains, including a Starbucks and a KFC, etc. And there's plenty of restaurants for you to check out and enjoy here as well. Not to mention the incredible view that you have out onto the marina itself, and plenty of docking ferries that are coming, and you can probably see behind me loads of people that are coming on and off of those ferry cruise boats. So this is a really happening place, and a great place to sort of, when you arrive in Kusadasi, it's kind of the first place that you want to go just to get a little bit accustomed to the vibe of this town.
I feel like this port is insanely interesting because of the large cruise ships that are docking here. At the moment, you could, for example, see an AIDA that is docking here, and when you just sit down and kind of take a few minutes out of your day, drink a coffee or something like that, you see people from all over the world walking through this port, which makes it very, very interesting because obviously cultures are different, languages are different, and there's not a lot of places in the world where you can see so many people come together in a small city. Now, directly behind me up here, as you can see, it is huge. You can see the Turkish women's forest of motifs. It is 3,000 individual patterns that were crocheted by women for solidarity of women and women who were suffering from abuse, and this is so impressive and amazing. Directly beside the crocheted motif, actually it is attached to it, is the Kervan Saray, which seems to be a historical Ottoman building from what we were able to read online. Now we're not 100% sure what to expect because there's not a crazy amount of information about this place, but we're just gonna walk in and see what happens. Ooh, this is very nice. Check this out, they even have banana plants here. The last time we saw banana plants was in Mexico. I just love the way they look. One of my favorite plants in the world. Wow, this place is so stunning.
Just as you make your way outside of that really interesting Ottoman style building there, you are greeted with the incredible markets everywhere you look here in Kusadasi. Just have a look. It is lively. Plenty of people are out and about. It is, as Naomi said, a little bit of an overcast day here, but nonetheless beautiful.
The entire area that is kind of located opposite of the marina is a real shopper's paradise. No matter where you look, no matter which street you walk down, you are going to find stores with, for example, designer handbags, jewelry, shoes, t-shirts, so on. So no matter what you're looking for, if you're looking for some clothing articles or just some souvenirs, you want to do some shopping, this area is for sure perfect for that. But we are a little bit hungry right now. Initially we wanted to go to the beach, but you can see for yourself it is a little bit overcrowded, overclouded. So there are clouds in the sky right now. So we decided to just go and grab something to eat real quick and then maybe do the beach portion of the video tomorrow, because the beaches around here, let me tell you something, they are stunning. Bir tavuk şiş kebap.
Tavuk şiş kebap. Tamam.
Evet. Adana kebap.
Adana kebap. Tamam.
Ve ikir su. You want to cook?
Bir Coca-Cola diet.
Tamam. Bir Adana kebap, bir tavuk kebap.
Evet,
Tamam.
evet. Bir
Anlaşıyoruz sizinle.
bir Adana kebap. İkir su ve
İki su.
Coca-Cola diet.
Coca-Cola.
Diet.
Tamam.
Teşekkür ederim.
So we decided to make a quick little pit stop here at this place that's called, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, but CİÐERMİX, and we are basically going to snack ourselves here. We need a bite to eat because it's been a while since we had some food, and it's coming into, let's see what time it is, nearly 5 o'clock. So it's pretty much almost dinner time and we still haven't had any lunch. But yeah, this place looks really enticing. It's really inviting, and the food in the window looks pretty tasty. They also have some pictures as well along the side of the window, and there was a really friendly Turkish woman standing outside that waved us over, so we had to come and sit down and let's give this food a try.
This restaurant, by the way, is located a little bit more in a side street because we wanted to be away from the hustle and bustle, and it kind of seems like this restaurant is a little bit more local. So if you look around, there are very little tourists in this street. But if you are interested in coming and trying this restaurant for yourself, as always, we are going to put the address down in the description below. The food just came out, and let me tell you something, it looks incredible. I went with the tavuk shish kebab, so chicken shish kebab, and Luke went with the Adana kebab.
Looks really looks amazing. Adana kebab, you guys have probably heard us talk about Adana kebab in a bunch of our other videos here. It's just really quickly becoming our all-time favorite go-to dish, the one that we just have to have once a day at least. So I'm gonna give this a little bit of a quick try just for you guys, just to give you the meat itself is spiced to perfection. You can probably see that in there. There's plenty going on inside the meat itself. I got some bulgur as well to go alongside with it, and I'm gonna give the bulgur a little bit of an addition onto my meat. There's plenty of bread, loads of sides, as always. If you go to a Turkish restaurant, especially the traditional Turkish restaurants, they go heavy with the sides here, and they're always super fresh as well. Here you go, guys. Cheers. That is feel good, cozy food. A little bit of a kick. The Adana kebab is becoming our favorite because it has that spicy kick to it, and the flavors are popping. Really good.
I am going to take a little bit of a different approach to Luke's approach, because they gave us this beautiful bread which you can open, and I'm just going to load this bread up with some chicken. Let's get some onions. These onions here look beautifully spiced. You can never have enough onions, right? Luke is going to have fun with me later today. Some bulgur. Let's put fresh tomato in there and some salad. Roll this bad boy up and give it a try.
Looks good.
Got a little bit of a wrap situation going on here, and oh my god, this chicken is so juicy, and it's also spiced to perfection. This is, sorry, I took a very big bite, I need to chew. Now, it is absolutely beautiful It tastes really, really rich. So many herbs and spices. The chicken is delicious. What more can you ask for? Wow, that meal really hit the spot in terms of portion size, in terms of the food we've got, in terms of the people, in terms of everything. We always love to go to the more local places because obviously we want to support the locals and not necessarily the larger chains that you can find in every single country. It's always such a special experience to enjoy a meal in a local restaurant. Point being, support the locals, not the chains.
That meal was absolutely spectacular and both of us are really full and happy. Now we're just gonna go for a little walk around the market area, have a look at some clothes maybe, and then close off the night with maybe a walk around Kusadasi itself. But we will see you guys at the beach. Let's go.
We are back, reporting live from the most amazing little beach that we found here in Kusadasi. Check this out. It's a super cute little beach. There is just one villa basically, and then you have this little stretch of pebble beach. And the most amazing view onto the castle where we started out our video yesterday. And the weather couldn't be better. Check this out. There's basically not one cloud in the sky, super nice sunshine, and this day couldn't start off better. So this little stretch of beach is directly located beside a local beach club that is called Ciğer. You can see that over there, and we read online that that beach club you have to pay 150 Turkish lira or something like that to get in. But we just wanted to go to this area basically of the island, or it's not an island, the little peninsula that is kind of stretching out over there. But we found our way directly beside the Ciğer Beach Club. If you're facing the Ciğer Beach Club, you can go to the right. It looks a little bit like a parking space, and just walk around it, and then you find this stretch, which is completely for free, and it's so beautiful here. It is a pebbly beach, and the water is super clear here. Also, if you're into snorkeling or diving or something like that, we saw a good few boats here with divers on them. So I think if you're accessing this beach, you can go snorkeling from here, or maybe even diving from here as well. And there is for sure a lot of life here in the area. We saw some fish already, so I do think this would be the perfect spot to go snorkeling or diving if you're into that.
Those beach clubs they look really cool. They look fun. The whole blasting music and stuff like that though, it's not really our vibe. It's not really typically what we tend to look for when we're going to beaches. Plus obviously the beach clubs and stuff like that, they have typically an entrance fee. I believe the Jade one was like 150 lira per person to get in, and you get like a free soft drink included in that price. For us, we're not really into that type of stuff. We definitely don't really drink alcohol. We'll drink alcohol like maybe once every 2 or 3 months just to celebrate something. Other than that, we are just going to the beach simply for swimming and maybe a little bit of tanning or something like that. We're not really interested in all the extras that come along with these beach clubs. Luckily, that beach that we found was absolutely perfect. It was a little bit rocky. The water was crystal clear. You were able to see everything. There was plenty of fish around in the water as well. As Naomi showed you guys out a little bit in the water, it was perfect. The view onto the castle as well was simply amazing. And the great thing about Kusadasi is you have an unbelievable amount of choice when it comes to beaches. And look, people are getting around here on these really cool ATVs. That would be probably the most convenient way to get around here. Us being, you know, typical tourists, we are walking around in the midday sun as always. But there is a huge selection of beaches in Kusadasi. There's one called the Long Beach, which supposedly has a massive amount. I think one of our host at an Airbnb said that it actually stretches for roughly around 20 kilometers of beach, and you can actually find loggerhead turtles the closer you get to a national park, which is actually just on the southern end of the Long Beach area. There is a national park that is obviously preserved for nature and natural purposes, and one of our hosts said as well, you can actually find wild boar that will come down onto the beach in that national park area. Obviously, depends. I'm sure there's plenty of beaches in the national park alone that you can pick and choose from. But nonetheless, the nature, the beauty everywhere here in Kusadasi is just simply amazing.
If any of you has insights into how to get to the national park, please let us know down below, especially as well for the viewers of this video, so that we can share the information a little bit, because today we were kind of looking around trying to find the minibus and it was not super obvious where we have to take the bus. That's why we are staying a little bit more local today. Obviously you can always take a taxi out, but you know, how are you going to get back in that instance? So if you do have any information, please let us know in the comments below. I think walking out to the beach instead of taking a taxi today was really worth it as well. Obviously you're walking on a kind of busy street, but you do see a lot of really cool panoramic views all around. Check this out. You have the castle over there, obviously Luke. You have the castle over there, all of this beautiful turquoise water, and then the peninsula that I have been talking about earlier, and the little beach that we were at is basically directly here beside the White House. So instead of visiting another beach and showing you another beach club type of area, we decided to go a little bit more local. We knew exactly that there was a large bazaar or a large market here in the area. We were not 100% sure where though, so we took a taxi. I explained to the taxi driver, Büyük Bazaar Meyve, so I just said large market fruit, and he took us here, and my god, it is a local experience. Check this out.
Can't wait, cannot wait. It looks absolutely massive. Plenty of things that we can buy and have a look at as well. Let's go.
You can hear the market screamers from far away, and that's exactly what I love about these markets.
So someone that runs this massive olive stand just asked Naomi to grab a try of one of these olives.
Yeah. The guy says these ones are good. Which one? You don't know. Very good. You can eat your way through the market.
You don't want to buy a whole bag full if you don't know if they're good or not, but these look incredibly fresh. These ones here.
Maybe try one.
Have one here. Very delicious. Great olive taste. I'm not the biggest fan of olives, but you just cannot say no to something as beautiful as this right here.
He told me to try these ones, the natural ones.
Oh wow.
They're very good.
They're good.
I think we're gonna take them.
Yep.
No. Oh, more.
Those ones are the best ones.
We're gonna try more.
Thank you. There's a never-ending flow of olives coming our way right now.
I cannot complain.
Nope.
I think these ones.
These ones are good.
We're trying more.
Keep giving more. Thank you.
Very interesting. They're a little bit more pickled.
He's picking more. Get some of these ones.
So many to pick from. I don't even know which olives I tried already and which ones I didn't try.
This is why we love this country so much. The Turkish people are amazing.
Oh.
That one's tasty. That one looks really, really good, yeah.
It's filled with, I want to say ginger. Try.
Yeah. Oh,
Ginger?
ginger. The olive is actually filled with ginger. That's really interesting. Very unique
How much
taste.
do we take? 45 is for 100. Half beer? I don't know. Half. Okay. Tamam.
Unbelievable experience already. We've only been here in this market for like 2 minutes, and this is what we're greeted with. It's amazing.
Yeah, I just walk around and ask people what they like the most, and then they give us something to try. It's amazing.
This market experience is truly unbelievable. I just want to turn this camera around and give you guys a little bit of an idea of just how much is happening right now, and just how many things you could actually buy. Just to give you an example, how many grams of olives did we just get?
We just got half a kilogram of olives and we paid 21 Turkish lira. So very affordable and very tasty.
You have the people, the vendors here screaming out just exactly what they're selling. Oh, they have dates. Oh my God. But have a look, guys. I'll turn this camera around. You don't want to look at me. You want to see what's actually going on around us.
I want dates.
Yeah, you cannot say no to some dates.
I think he's selling tomatoes. Tomatoes!
Check out these dates here. In Turkish, they're called hurma. Got a taster. Teşekkürler. Tasty. Tea. Oh wow. Teşekkürler. That looks really good.
I got a date and I got...
Dates and a tea.
What is this?
Sultan tea.
Sultan tea, smell it.
Wow. Pomegranate. Oh my God.
Pomegranate, but it's...
Ah, teşekkürler. Thank you.
So it's a Sultan tea.
My one is a little bit different. It's kind of like a darker color. I think my one is pomegranate and yours is Sultan.
Yeah, but this one, it smells like there's eucalyptus or something in there, so you just get a whiff of it and it like burns your nose and eyes. It's really interesting. I never had a tea like this. It's super hot. Oh, very tasty.
Yeah?
Yeah, tastes like, you know those candy that you eat, the eucalyptus candy when you're sick?
Oh yeah.
A liquid version of that.
Nice.
That's what it tastes like.
I've got some pomegranate tea here and it smells very like deep and fruity. Almost like a warm little cup of wine. Oh my God. This pomegranate one is really tasty as well. It's really, really warm and it's just like super soothing. My throat feels incredible. It's like I've almost drank like a liquid lozenge, but it's really good. Was the date tasty?
I ate half a date and then I already got the tea. Now I have logistical issues with the two items, but the date is very nice. I think they have two different types of dates. One is the one for 140, which looks a little bit more on the juicy side, maybe the medjool type of dates. And then they have the other ones for 60 Turkish lira.
Nice. I think we're gonna get some dates.
Dates.
For sure.
Everywhere we go here, there are items that we not necessarily know what they are, and to be honest, sometimes I'm too scared to ask, because obviously we are in a market, so they're going to make you try. Oh, don't fall. There was a slippery floor, he nearly fell. I thought he was going to end.
He nearly went horizontal there.
Yeah. Okay, but he's alright, so we can continue. Anyway, sometimes I'm scared to ask what it is, because obviously they're going to make you try everything, and what is if you don't want to try it, you know? I don't want to be rude or whatever, so sometimes I'm just not asking for what it exactly is.
Alright guys, so we picked up half a kilo of some beautiful dates, otherwise known as hurma in Turkish, and we just paid 70 Turkish lira. So we've spent practically nothing so far, but we already have half a kilo of olives and half a kilo of dates. And now we made our way up here to the second floor of this market, and it seems to be just as crazy. Have a look. People absolutely everywhere buying everything they need. And I think that's kind of a little common theme here, is a lot of people will come, they come to markets like this and they will literally bulk buy shopping and things that they might need for the week ahead. It is Friday now, so they're probably out getting the weekend dinners and whatever they may need. But this market is absolutely incredible. Really interesting, an amazing local way to see just how locals live here, somewhere like Kusadasi.
We have to say as well that at the moment it's fig season, so everywhere you go you find incredibly fresh figs. If you are in and around the country of Turkey, or in general I'd say the Mediterranean area and Aegean area, definitely go ahead and try the local figs, because they are fresh and so tasty. Oh my god, you guys, I just saw some nice raw honey in the honeycomb, and the entire box was just 45 lira, and then I really want to buy it, but we're leaving the day after tomorrow, so we can really not buy so many things. We're never going to use it all, especially because tomorrow the entire day is planned. We're going to be out shooting another video, so we cannot buy so much, but I really want it. So if you come here and you have a little bit more time, definitely walk around this amazing market and buy everything you want if you have enough time to eat it. Okay, very sudden turn of events. If you know me, you know I love food. So we had to go back to get the amazing looking honeycomb. It was 45 Turkish lira, and the lady even threw in half a loaf of bread for us on top of it. And I cannot wait to eat all of this. I'm so excited.
Incredible. It's actually impossible here. It's impossible to say no to anything that we pass by. As Naomi said, tomorrow is literally our last day in Kusadasi, so we're walking through this entire market. We bought like a kilo so far, half a kilo of olives, half a kilo of dates, and a big thing now of honey. So we're gonna have a serious feast tonight when we get back to our Airbnb. We're gonna have to actually like start sharing our food around with everybody around us. But luckily there's actually a few people staying around our Airbnb. So I think we're gonna make like a little bit of a spread for everybody when we get back.
I have to say as well, right now it is after 6 p.m. already, so a lot of people are packing up, and I'm happy that it's not the full market, because I'm sure we would buy so many things if this was the full market. So it's good that it's 6 p.m.
Very, very true. This place is amazing. And this this little segment of this video is just kind of a reminder for you all, if you are visiting anywhere such as Kusadasi, or such as anywhere that is known to be typically a tourist destination, make sure to get out and explore the places that are not so frequented by tourists. We are obviously tourists here in Turkey. We do not look like we are Turkish at all, but no one cares. Everybody is super happy, super smiley, and very, very pleasant. And it is a truly amazing experience. Have a look. If you come to this market with €5 in your pocket, you genuinely will leave with as much stuff as you want.
Okay, beautiful people, we are back at our accommodation and relaxing a little bit. As you can hear, it's very, very quiet here. We found an accommodation that is kind of like a detached house. It's an Airbnb. And we're just going to relax for the rest of the day and eat all of the stuff that we just bought at that market. Check out what we got. So we got the honey for 45 Turkish lira, half a kilogram of dates for 70 Turkish lira, half a kilogram of olives, 21 Turkish lira. We got a little bit of bread that was for free, so priceless. And we just went to the Carrefour Super to pick up some more bits and bobs just to kind of accompany our dinner. This is going to be an interesting dinner. We're just going to eat our way through all of the little picky items. It's going to be super tasty.
Nonetheless, guys, we absolutely love Kusadasi, and we really wish that we could actually stay here for a bit longer, but we are making our way down south further here in this beautiful country to explore more. So make sure to hit that red subscribe button and click the notification bell so you are notified when the rest of our videos come out. For now, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
And we'll see you guys in the next adventure.
Görüşürüz.
Görüşürüz.